Cosplay to me is, it's fun. There is actually a good size following of cosplayers. It's not just dressing up as the character, you have to be the character. Cosplay to me is, it's fun. To me, it just means something that, you know, I get to do for fun. I get to do something that, you know, involves me doing something that I like to do, like sewing. And I get to be somebody, you know, just to escape reality, I guess, for about, you know, in the case of conventions, either a day or a weekend. The box of accessories. Every single costume that I have ever worn to a convention has been handmade. Christmas. Components to a costume I've been working on for 3 years. Fluff, lace, more feathers, sleeves to another costume, and more components to other costumes. There's usually a bit of more, yeah, I did this kind of attitude than there is when I buy a costume. In fact, ever since making my own costumes for conventions, I have not bought a single Halloween costume. When I do cosplay, I try my hardest to be in character because that's what cosplay is about. It's not just dressing up as the character, you have to be the character. For example, Sango, when I dress up as her, I don't really see myself acting so much like Sango because I feel like I can portray her just absolutely fine, no sweat. Yuna, I had to try really hard to kind of be more kind of calm and try to be as graceful as I could, because let's just face it, I'm not graceful by any stretch of the imagination. I tripped over her skirt so many times. I'm happy I haven't fallen on my face. I wouldn't say it's a performance when I go to the conventions because I am mingling among other cosplayers. I'm not on stage. So it's like you can act in character most of the time, and then some people will think, oh, well, that's really you, and then others will think, no, that's just the character. It's either way, it's fun. I think I've actually gained a little bit more confidence myself in my own abilities to sew. Other than just stitching regular pillowcases, I've actually also gone to school for fashion design, which in a way can help me make things better than what I do now. I think that there is actually a good size following of cosplayers. I don't believe it's died down, and I don't believe it's growing at such a huge, tremendous rate that, like a fad, one day it's here and the next day it's gone. This is more, I guess what you would say, a growing hobby among people who don't really follow other traditional hobbies like card collecting or anything of the sort. Be a character that fits your personality is probably the best tip I can offer for cosplayers, because cosplay also is essentially you're portraying that character, you are that character, so being a character you're similar with is a good start for the first time cosplayers. Another thing I would say is do not worry about what other people say about your costume. This is because over the years I have been in numerous costume contests, have lost all of them, and have felt bad because I felt I should have gotten something. But none of that matters because I liked my outfits, I liked the way I looked in them, and that's all that matters. Cosplay is basically meant for fun. It's not something that your whole entire circle of friends are going to judge you just because you made something and that it didn't come out like what they thought it should be, or whatever the case may have been why they don't like it. It's your stuff, you made it, have the satisfaction, because it's not something that I would say is a one-time thing, because if you really like something, like I like this, and then you keep going for it, it's like you keep striving to be better, and honestly then I'd say go for it.
I think what's so appealing about doing what we do, especially as Ghostbusters, is that you can create your own identity with it.
I think it's the ability to immerse myself in a character that everyone loves, to become something you love as well, and to just share an experience that otherwise may not exist unless you were to do it yourself.
Mostly it's because I like the character, or I'm good at making that character come to life, like the acting or just how it looks normally, and if it's actually really fun. So that's my kind of costumes, mostly.
Well, one thing you really should do while you're cosplaying is you should definitely try to get into the character you're trying to portray. That's one of the more fun aspects of actually cosplaying. Trying to just move around as a character and just play it for a little bit.
In my opinion, it's really based on the person. People do it to get pictures, some people just do it for fun. I personally do it for both. I love people to come up and take pictures or, you know, look to see who I'm cosplaying as, but I also do it because it's really fun.
Same thing with me. It depends on, like, if you're really obsessed with an anime, you really like it, you're like, I really love this character, I gotta cosplay him or her, then you'll do it. Or, like, if you just like cosplaying and you just like dressing up and having pictures taken, like me sometimes, then, you know, cosplaying's fun.
I agree with these two Pokemon that it's something that people enjoy, even though there are performances that the performances won't be there because the people aren't having fun cosplaying it. So.